Good evening, good evening. I believe I'm live. I still got a black screen there, but it'll pop up. Oh man, I am telling you, I am so tired of the weather shifts, and it wasn't much of a shift this past time, but damn, man, my body has had enough of it. Um, Today's been a miserable day. Been in a lot of pain, swelling of joints and stuff. And it's just 'cause the weather keeps bouncing, even just a little bit. It's when your body's already a wreck from it, then even little deviations hurt like hell. So we should have a week or more of pleasant temperatures. It looks like several days to even get north of 50. I can't wait for that. That's for sure. Um, so I suspect tomorrow I'll feel better, and then I'll feel even better day after that, and so forth and so on, until the weather goes crappy again, and then I'll be in pain. That's kind of the way it works. So anyway, like summertime thunderstorms, that kind of no, that's actually that kind of weather loosens me up. I feel fine. But it's the cold. It's when the cool fronts come in, it just wrecks my body. So anyway, I do have six art. I think six. No, I can't count. Seven apparently. I do have 7 articles up. I wasn't gonna go through the nitty gritty fine detail of every one of them. However, we've all heard about the climate change thing, right? And most of us have heard about, of course, the Aquanet that harmed it. McDonald's and their damn styrofoam containers. Damn them. People refilling their air conditioners. It's gonna kill us all. And then, you know what living creatures had the nerve to do? Cows farted. And then all of a sudden, that was an entirely new disaster for our climate. Now, nobody can really explain why a cow fart is, so much worse. I know the methane, blah, 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 whatever. They can capture that and use it for fuel. There are people that do it. There's farms that do it. We had one just outside of town that would collect all of its cow manure. And they have this, I guess it's kind of like a trough. And it's got this kind of plastic just like a plastic tube, actually, that's over top of the trough. And I guess the methane that the good stuff puts off, that's what I'm assuming kind of blows up that little tube type thing. And I would imagine that's the methane that they use to power some. I think they might use that to power most, if not everything, on the farm. So, kind of cool. Never stopped in and got a good look at it or anything like that. Just know it's there. I think they were a dairy farm, and they had a sign in their driveway, telling you the name of the dairy farm. And then underneath the name of the dairy farm, it says, "All we have we owe to others." I kid you not. Dad joke right there on the damn sign. Oh, that was, and that's actually true. True story. I believe they call it Grapper House Curve, where that is. I don't know if they still got the. Let's take a little trip. Let's find out, shall we? We can do that. We can take a little trip. Take a little trip here. Let's see. Do 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 do. It would have been out here. Not there. I know it wasn't that far down the road. It wasn't right on the curve, I don't think. That could be it right there, though. Kind of doesn't look like it. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't off this side of the road. That's a recycling business there. Well, I guess that was it. I don't see that thing anymore. Not this. I think it was this. Thinking it was this place, but I'm not positive. I don't know. We could look for it all day. Won't find it. It's along the road there somewhere. Anyway. Couldn't tell you how many times I've passed by that place. So, I got some articles. Let me go ahead and kind of jump on them. Farting whale behind Russian submarine false alarm, says media. So if you thought the farting cows were bad with everything they're doing nasty to the climate, now apparently farting whales could start a global conflict. So apparently British ships spent several days, leave it to the Brits, spent several days tracking down a suspected Russian stealth submarine before concluding the suspicious sonar signature may have actually belonged to a farting whale. A Royal Navy source has told The Sun. Are you shitting me? No, but the whale was. 2 mystery sounds were picked up. 2 mystery sounds were picked up off the northwestern coast of Scotland between Applecross and the Isle of Raasay, according to the UK tabloid. Oh, this is from a tabloid. Convinced they were man-made, the Royal Navy went on a deep-sea hunt. We have been analyzing the sounds, and we now believe it was a marine animal, a whale, an anonymous naval official told The Sun, adding that the whale may have been passing gas at the time. We're taking it very seriously, another Royal Navy source said. We have to assume the worst. I mean, yeah, you could have a big clump of shit heading right for you. You gotta keep on your toes with this. The first signal was detected traveling north towards the open sea. What if the whale had diarrhea? Do you want to, float your submarine into whale diarrhea? I don't think so. Assume the worst. The second was heard days later moving south before turning around and leaving again. The Admiralty had assumed that the Russian military's main directorate of deep-sea research may have been trying to deploy sensors in order to obtain the acoustic signatures of Royal Navy submarines such as the Vanguard-class missile carriers and Astute-class attack boats. Well, your Astute-class attack boats need to go assist the subs because they're not very astute. The actual location of the UK submarine fleet is supposed to be a closely guarded secret. They're by the farting whales. according to the New York Post. The suspicious sounds of flatulence was detected about 100 miles from where the submarines are based. You know what that means, right? They can hear shit from a very long distance. Fact. Oh, Lord, help me. So we'll just roll right on to this. Crazy. FBI warns citizens about nuclear incident training. In the last minute. A large-scale nuclear training exercise, will take place in the U.S. state of New York, like always, this week with visible activity expected to begin on Monday. That would have been like Monday. Today's Monday, right? Yeah. So it started today. Wait. Is it? It's not. Yeah, it is. 26. Well, that would have been the 27th. They got their date wrong, and it's all screwing me up. Anyway, the multi-agency training is scheduled to run from January 26 through January 31 in Schenectady, Albany, and Saratoga counties, the agency announced. It added that the exercise poses no threat to the public, except for the nukes that they set off. Other than that, though, no problem. The training will be primarily concentrated around Albany International Airport, the Stratton Air National Guard Base, and the fire departments in northern Saratoga County. The drills will simulate a nuclear event and are part of a series of regularly scheduled broadcasts, biannual exercises conducted by the U.S. government since 2012, the agency said in a statement on Friday. I believe planning for this one began back in the spring, FBI Albany Public Affairs Officer Sarah Ruan told reporters. The drills are not being conducted in response to any recent or ongoing world events, she added. In areas where the training will be taking place, residents may see participants wearing personal protective equipment to simulate realistic conditions, as well as the presence of military personnel, vehicles, and aircraft, the FBI said. The exercise is intended to practice and enhance operational readiness to respond in the event of a nuclear incident in the United States or overseas, according to the agency. And it just goes on and on. This happens, all the time. This one here is biannual. It means it happens twice a year. So, now, there are some people, I gotta take this shirt off. There are some people that will flip the hell out over this stuff. Usually the first things out of their mouth is, well, you know what happens when they have a training, right? Yeah, they have a training. I know that during many events that have happened in the past, that there's often some odd kind of training that went on right before it went down. I'm very aware of that. But believe me, you're not going to be able to pick one out of your crystal ball. There's a hell of a lot of these kinds of trainings that go on. It's a state thing, it's a county thing, some places a local thing, and even, sometimes, a federal thing. Got National Guard that trains and does stuff. Lots of stuff. A lot of training goes on every single year. There isn't mass casualty events at most of them. In fact, it's a very, very few amount of them that ever winds up with something odd happening right afterward. Anyway. Yes. Yes. I have to say yes to this. I would vote in the affirmative. Without a doubt. But they have to take Chirac with them. Yep. Californians are collecting signatures for secession from the U.S. I think we just call it signatures accepted. But you have to take Chirac. That's the deal. You get Chirac. Make it an offshoot of your nonsense or something. But we need to build a wall, a big, beautiful wall, right around Chirac. We need to install directed energy weapons and lasers. Oh, man. They're doing it, though. Activists in California are seeking to put the state's possible independence from the U.S. to a ballot. Last week, the Secretary of State of California, Shirley Weber, authorized a voter initiative to collect signatures needed to put the matter to a vote during the November 2028 general election. If successful, voters will be asked the question, should California leave the United States and become a free and independent country? They are reportedly hoping to gain more support than their previous efforts after a Donald Trump 2016 election victory. Marcus Evans, the activist behind the initiative, has until late July to gather the signatures from 546,651 registered voters, 5% of the votes cast during the 2022 California gubernatorial election, to get secession on the ballot. If the measure passes with at least 55% approval and a vote featuring a minimum 50% turnout, it would amount to a vote of no confidence in the United States of America and trigger the creation of a state commission to explore the viability of Californian independence. The proposed 20-member body would report its findings in 2028. Yeah, I'd say we just let them go ahead. Start appointing your 20-member body. And good luck with the art and the basket weaving and that kind of stuff. But I'd say we just give it to them. I mean, come on. Howdy, Veronica. So tech is really in the news a lot. And I think that we are going to see tech get really crazy really quick. I really do. A video came out from somewhere. And I don't know if this is in Asia somewhere, if it's in China. I have no idea. But one of the companies that are producing like robot dogs, kind of similar to the DARPA dog, one of the Chinese companies that's building the dogs, and it appears to be one of DJI's newer, like industrial size, like ag size drones, are battling it out, you could say. And it's kind of crazy to watch.
Unit promoted. Unit promoted.
Let me replay it.
Moving out. Unit promoted. Unit promoted.
So, I don't know how real or anything any of that is, but, man, again, technology is going to get stupid fast. And, man, I'm going through this pretty quick. I got 3 more articles open here. This technology thing is going to be crazy. And we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because, no, humanity is not ready for this. Humanity is not responsible enough for this. And we're gonna totally screw ourselves up with it. But this is, without a doubt, and I'm speaking about AI in particular, is the most powerful tool that there is. Right now, that is the most powerful, most important, most sought after tool. And OpenAI has been at the front of the pack for a while now. Not saying they're the best or anything like that, but they're definitely up there in the front. Well, apparently DeepSeek from China, from the reports I'm seeing, actually outdoes OpenAI. So, just something to keep an eye on. Now, the West is saying they were hit by a cyber attack, and that's why they had like login and registration issues. The company says that they were just hit by that many people trying to get accounts and stuff and to log into their platform. So whichever one it was, I don't know. But I went there. I didn't download the app. I went there. It gave me Google as a way to log in. I clicked that and just approved it. Oh no, now it's gonna spy on me forever. Good. So it signed me right up. I didn't have no problem getting into it. I didn't mess with it too much. I asked if it could make me a picture. It doesn't do pictures. It doesn't do little short movies or nothing. So I haven't really messed with it. But anyway, Chinese AI startup DeepSeek reported a major attack on its servers on Monday as global tech stocks shed hundreds of billions of dollars on the news of its potentially revolutionary technology. Like Nvidia took a major L today. Major L. DeepSeek's AI assistant, released last week, has overtaken the US-based ChatGPT as the most popular program on the Apple App Store. The Chinese startup claims its latest large language model is as powerful as its Western competitors, but at a fraction of the cost to train and operate. Due to a large-scale malicious attacks on DeepSeek services, we are temporarily limiting registrations to ensure continued service, said a notice posted on the company's website on Monday. Existing users can log in as usual. Like I say, I just went the Google route and it took me right in. The DeepSeek website has also suffered intermittent outages, the worst in the past 90 days, according to Reuters. Powered by the DeepSeek version 3 and R1 models, the AI assistant rivals the most advanced closed-source models globally, the company has said. DeepSeek's success has challenged the strategy of the previous U.S. administration to block China from acquiring advanced chips from the U.S. and Netherlands. The company revealed last month that it used NVIDIA's H800 chips, not subject to the ban for training its latest AI model, and spent less than $6 million in the process. So, we'll see. Like I say, this is, without a doubt, this is the new space race. We are looking at the new space race. Yay, down to 2 more. This next one's a short discussion, real short. I ain't gonna talk about it very long. It's not worth it. Let's see. If you can't answer this question right, you shouldn't be able to get a driver's license. Surely shouldn't be allowed to vote. You shouldn't be allowed to do like anything if you cannot answer this correctly. X no longer a gender option for U.S. passports. That's right. Now there's only going to be male and female. Not giraffe, unicorn, whatever the hell you want to be that day. That stuff is so stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. They are doing everything they can to literally destroy humanity. It's crazy. And some people just latch on to it with everything they got, and it makes no sense. Most of this stuff, it doesn't take much to look at it and say, yeah, that ain't right. And then that's that. There's no debate on it. I mean, if it ain't right, it ain't right. Anyway, I kind of suspected this was going to start happening. I even more suspect that it won't just be at the borders. I think we're going to have issues throughout the country as they do the deportations. But Mexican cartels open fire on U.S. Border Patrol, says Fox News. It says here, U.S. Border Patrol agents have reportedly come under fire from suspected Mexican cartel members in southern Texas during an attempted illegal border crossing. U.S. President Donald Trump declared a national emergency at the border with Mexico last week and deployed the military to several crossings, while seeking to deport potentially millions of people inside the country illegally. Border Patrol agents near Fronton, Texas were fired upon from Mexico by suspected cartel gunmen as the group of illegal aliens were being brought across the river, Fox News correspondent Bill Mulligan reported on Monday afternoon, citing multiple law enforcement sources. I'm told Border Patrol returned fire, nobody hit on either side, and that the illegal aliens did not make it across, Mulligan added. I wonder if they shot him. According to Texas Department of Public Safety spokesman Lieutenant Chris Olivares, the Mexican military has deployed armored vehicles on the other side of the Rio Grande, providing surveillance drone photos. Such responses are routine, according to Mulligan, who noted that the Mexican military sometimes comes in guns blazing if the gunmen are still there, and that he has seen some crazy drone videos from the DPS over the years taken from the U.S. side. So I would imagine, probably seen a few battles go on. That's crazy. Crazy. I do expect to see an uptick of stuff like that happening more in the country. Or, not just on the borders, is what I'm saying, as they're deporting these people. I think that in pretty short order, you're going to see even just a little bit of organization between them, among them, and I have a feeling there's going to be a few bad incidents. Hopefully I'm wrong, but we'll see. They know that, if they've been in trouble or whatever, their card's already been called. They pretty much know that it's any time, because they're moving at actually a pretty quick rate. I mean, they're just hitting, it's just hitting this city, that city, that city, It's going to take a hell of a long time to deport even a fraction of the people. But you got to do something. You got to start somewhere. You can't just say, "Oh." You got to try. You got to try. This was ridiculous what happened. And, for this particular moment in time, this seems to be the most efficient way to deal with it. I'm sure that they're probably working on means and methods where they can process even more people back that way, whatever way. But, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm tired and sore. I want to go crawl in my bed with my heating pad, with my dog, and snooze. Anyway, hope to see you tomorrow. Hope everybody's doing well. As always, shalom.